What's poppin'? It's Mello back at you with another video, and today what we're going to be getting into, I'm going to be doing a tutorial. As far as a melody tutorial, I'm going to put you onto some game. So if you don't know music theory, you're still going to understand the concept of what I'm going to be going over, especially if you know basic concepts. That's all you really need, basic concepts. So with that being said, we're going to get into it, but before we do, please put a like on the video. Let's go. So basically what we're going to be going over today is a concept I like to call the static melody. The static melody is when you take either a riff or a motif or a phrase, however you want to put it, that's basically just a short melodic idea, and just repeat it over and over. Now you're probably thinking, oh, that's like most rap, but this is where it differs. You take that and you do it with the top melody, but as far as the harmonics in the bass notes change. When you look at a lot of Lil Baby type beats, that's what happens. If you look at Future solo, that specific song, that's what happens with the top melody that you're hearing, and the bass line comes in and does a bunch of other stuff. So we're gonna go over that today, and I'm gonna break down the concept for you. So let's just do a basic example. Right here we have a chord progression. What the chord progression is doesn't matter. Let's listen to it. So let me just illustrate how this works. You could have this doing whatever it's gonna do down here, but what you wanna do is over the course of either half a bar or over the course of a whole bar, you want there to be a melody top line. This is what I recommend to make it work. You wanna incorporate the root note a lot, and if you do that, it's definitely gonna work. The root note is C. And just to let you know, the reason this is a root note is because this is a 1-4 progression, C minor. So with that, I'm gonna go up here and I'm just gonna make something real short, like just something that simple. You see that? That's just 3 notes, that simple. I'm gonna highlight it, push Control B, and do it a bunch of times. And that's basically what the static melody is as far as the idea. You create a top melody, it incorporates the root a lot, and no matter where the harmony moves, you just keep that melody going. Now let's try it with a whole bar. The thing about this is it creates a catchy melody because it's repetitive, and it gives the song that quality as far as, you know, making it memorable because it's catchy. Now, of course, we can add harmony to that and everything, but I'm going to show you a quick method that can help you make not just Lil Baby type beats real nice, but also you can apply this to any type of chord progression you do, any type of beat you're trying to do. It's just a very universal concept. So this is what you want to do. Pick one chord. So once you have the chord, you're going to build a melody mainly around these 3 notes. Now you could arpeggiate it, but what we're going to do, we're going to put some of those notes in as far as the second note, and then we're also going to put some of the 4th note in the scale. Now you could throw a 6th note in there, but I think that's doing too much. I would say avoid the 7th note and just keep it real simple. So we have the chord. We're going to shorten all this, and we're going to find a basic rhythm. And I'm going to go to 1/3 beat because we're going to do some Lil Baby type stuff real quick. So now I have the 3 notes. And what we're going to do is pretty much make something within a half bar. And see, we got something good right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push Control A, hold Shift, slide these to the side, put it right there. And I'm gonna alter that just a little bit. Now we're gonna slow the tempo down because that's a little bit too rapid. So we're good money. We got a good top melody. Now with that, this is what you do. We're gonna take this, we're gonna paste it. We're gonna paste it, we're gonna paste it. Now we got 4 bars. After you have the foundational melody, the foundational static melody that's gonna repeat over and over for those 4 bars. What we're gonna do is make a bass line. So you wanna start on the root. That's what I recommend. You could do whatever you want. You could do whatever you want in the world, but we're going with the recommendation right now. I recommend starting on a root. We're gonna hold it for 2 bars. Now after that, you want to find another note that's going to sit well under this. Now from there, I could either go there or let's try the other one. You see how it sounds? It sounds real good. Now this wouldn't be the full melody. This is what you would do as well. So boom, I'm gonna highlight those. I'm gonna double the bass notes, slide them, control down. Now look, you don't gotta hold these for a bar either. You could do something else with them. I'm just gonna do something different just to show you. Now I'm not gonna keep that, but that did sound good. So now we have a static melody and we have a bass line. You got a good foundation to work with. What you can also do with this melody is add some harmony to it. So boom, what we're gonna do is gonna be easy to add the harmony because all we're doing is playing around a chord. So all we're gonna do, we're gonna take the fifth right there, put it right there, and then instead of this C, we'll put one up here. And I'm only gonna have that go on the first go round, and then on the second, I'm gonna have it just do the, again, I'm gonna drag this note out. And we're gonna erase all this and just bring that back, boom. Let's even bring some of these notes a little bit closer. Let's go to none and drag it out a little bit. Now with that, you basically have a melody and you could absolutely just run with that by itself. But this is what you can do to make sure you flesh it out just an extra little bit more. You make a very passive, very basic counter melody above all of this. So we're gonna start with the fifth. This right here, I just noticed this right here. We got this G5 and then we got the G sharp right there and the G sharp on the bass. Let's move this to G sharp. Because again, that's just a harmony note. And just me showing you that, that's why I recommend building the melody that you're gonna run with around the root note. Because the root note is gonna sound good with everything. As where that note that I just pulled, it was going against the harmony. Now you have a very full melody and you could basically build on that if you wanted to. Now again, this could be used for anything. This could be used for any type of dark beat. You know, you could use this with some R&B beats and stuff like that. Make the melody a bit more passive instead of active as far as the static melody and things like that. But remember that middle right there that's highlighted, that's what we started with and that's what made the foundation of all of this. So when you have a melody that full, it's easy from there. All you really got to do is flesh it out with some layering. Gonna copy the whole thing, get rid of the bass notes on this spiccato, take away all the top notes. So now with that, you have layered the melody, so that makes it more full as far as the static melody. Let's do something for the highs. Now I'm gonna use this deep string and I'm gonna place that over the bass notes. And the last thing I'm gonna do is put a bass under this on the bass notes. So just to recap, if you already have chords, whether you got a chord rhythm and everything set up, if you want to make a static melody, you either make it a full bar or half bar, use a lot of the root note. Now, if you want to do the second method I mentioned for the static melody, what you would do is build around a chord, start with the root note on the melody, build a melody mainly around the chord notes, be sure to incorporate some other notes. Then after that, move the bass line however you want, but start on the root note first before you go to the other notes. And just a tip for this type of stuff, going down usually works. So I hope you got a lot of value out of that. Be sure to practice that. Be sure to go and implement that as soon as you can so you can internalize it and use it in your beats in the future. But if you made it this far, I do appreciate you. Please subscribe. Other than that, I'll see y'all another day. Somehow, some way, I'm out.